Welcome back to the second episode of the vlogs. Today I've got 2 viewings booked. Originally I only had 1, but this morning I took a look on Rightmove and a property very close to where I live came on the market. Same kind of story, needs a full refurb. It's the same kind of price as the other one that I've got booked in today. I popped into the estate agents on my way out earlier. They'd already got 17 viewings booked, so it's not looking great, but I booked a viewing, managed to get in today because somebody cancelled. So 2 viewings today, I'll show you both of them. Both got really good potential.
Blink up, baby. You just hit my line for the wind down. There's only one thing on my mind when you come around me.
Because you can't.
I can't disclose any offers under the estate agent's act.
I get lost in where you found me. Want you to use me.
So I'm just planning out the rest of my week. Another busy week coming up. As I said, I got 2 viewings today. I'm also going to order a couple of new mics because it'll improve the sound quality when I'm out and about rather than going off the mic that's attached to my camera. So I'll get them ordered today. Also, I think it's really important that when you're starting a business or trying to build a portfolio, or maybe you're decorating a room or whatever it may be, I found that if you just do something every single day that works towards that goal or that achievement, then it definitely helps to get your mindset right, and it also helps to get things done. Once you start going days where you don't actually do anything towards your goal, then it quickly becomes an issue, it becomes a problem, and you find that you don't actually ever get it done. So if you can just chip away, even if it's only a tiny thing each day, then you know that you're always working and you're always heading in a direction towards your goals. Also remember, don't forget to follow me on Instagram because I will be publishing posts on there of my viewings and clips and little teasers on there, and also updates on my buy-to-let portfolio and all my future property investments, so make sure you check me out on there. I'll also be revealing more information about my new business, my new property business, which I'm just in the process of starting. So currently I have a property company which is solely based around buy-to-let and investing. So I have to keep that separate from my new company, which is all about education, property sourcing and mentoring. So basically it's down to something called a SIT code. So when you register for a company, you have to state what your company is about and what your company does. And you can't really mix it up in terms of buying properties and in terms of education and the mentoring and things like that. So I've had to register a new company for that side of things. And also another good reason to keep your property portfolio completely separate to everything else is when it comes to selling your business or your properties, or maybe you hand them down to your children, it's much easier if you have one company that's solely for the purpose of owning properties. You don't want to get things mixed up, you don't want to start mixing things together, things start getting confusing. So for me, I've had to register a new company and keep the 2 things completely separate. Although in my head and in realistic terms, it all comes under one umbrella because it's all to do with property, it's all making profits from property. So going forward, whenever I mention about profits, it will just be the 2 companies combined. I'll also be giving you an update on the games room situation. As you can see, I made a little bit more progress since last week when I showed you on the vlog. Hopefully by the end of this week, this will all be painted and emptied out, and hopefully you'll see a big difference. As I said before, so if you keep chipping away each day, even if it's just something small, then you know for certain it's going to get done in a shorter period of time. Simple as that. I can't wait for this to be finished. I'm looking forward to the end result. Hopefully you'll like it too. Hopefully my boys will like it, that's the main important thing. I was quite impressed with my carpentry work on this door which I hung and did the latch and the handles myself. That turned out well in the end. Was a bit of a challenge as I'd never done it before. Looks really good, fits really well, and also it's another skill that I've learned, it's another skill set. So when I go to renovate my next property, I'll be able to hang the doors myself, I'll be able to fit them, fit the handles, plane them, everything that comes with it, because I've had the practice, I've done it now, and it'll definitely help in my next renovation project. just getting back into my office now, which is an absolute tip. Proper shit tip. So I'm either going to have to get this sorted or just get a new office, because whatever I do, it just turns out a complete mess. So anyway, tis what it is.
Bring up, link up, baby. You just hit my line for the wind down. There's only one thing on my mind when you come around me. I get lost in where you found me. Want you to use me. You let her confuse me. Don't wanna hide the fact that you make me feel that way. Want you to give me play. I see it in your eyes, you're lonely. Come put that body on me. I hit it right, I will. I treat you right, I will. Trust me, I got you, baby. Know how to make you feel. They can't do you like I will. Nobody do you like I will. I hit it right, I will. I treat you right, I will. Trust me, I got you, baby. Know how to make you feel. They can't do you like I will.
Yeah.
To Sam this morning.
Yeah, quite a lot of interest, to be fair. They're not making any decisions on offers until next week. We're going to put the forward on Tuesday.
Yeah.
The Sweden's going up until Monday.
Yeah.
And then we'll decide next week.
Okay. So you have to bash this wall out. Understand?
Are we actually going to do that?
Yeah.
We're going to bash that room.
Well, I would, yeah.
Hey, yo, Grace, I've been trying to get you face to face. Fall through and give you ways to waste. I do what it takes. I make them walls sing on your heartstrings. Say your heart. I'll treat you right, I will. Trust me, I got you, baby. Know how to make it feel. I'll treat you right, I will. I hit it right, I will. Trust me, I got you.
That's a really big garden, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
The
massive.
house.
I think it's huge. I was speaking to the neighbour yesterday and she said this has got the biggest garden in the street.
You've got the biggest garden in the whole area.
Honestly, like when you go behind this garage, it goes all the way back as well.
Link up, baby. You just hit my line for the wind down. There's only one thing on my mind when you come around me. I get lost in where you found me. Want you to use me. You let her confuse me. Don't wanna hide the fact that you make me feel that way. Want you to give me play. I see it in your eyes, you're lonely. Come put that body on me. I hit it right, I will. I treat you right, I will. Trust me, I got you, baby. Know how to make you feel. They can't do you like I will. Nobody do you like I will. I hit it right, I will. I treat you right, I will. Trust me, I got you, baby. Know how to make you feel. They can't do you like
Obviously done to a really good standing.
What will you do? Rent it out or do you want to renovate it, sell it?
It depends. To be honest, I've got a few rentals in the area.
Yeah.
If it reached a value that gives me enough profit to sell, I would sell it, but I wouldn't mind keeping it as well for rental, yeah.
Yeah.
So it all depends on what it's coming at. I mean, I don't know, because if one sold recently, I don't know where, somewhere around the cities,
Yeah.
sold for 165, it probably went for more.
Yeah.
More like 170, 175. I can't remember what number it was.
How long ago was it?
We just said it's under offer now, but
I wonder after now, okay. Because we did sell one at, you know, like obviously this is like the Oval, when you go back down to that roundabout, we sold one there, like last year I think it was.
Yeah.
But that one was like, that needed a lot of work and everything, but it's like on that roundabout. It's not really where you want to be really, is it? Like a few years out the way and
yeah.
it's nice really.
I mean, do you think it could go up to like 200 odd? From really top spec?
I mean,
Or-
potentially. I think obviously the best you can like one of the values
Yeah.
maybe, but I think with the way the market is, I think people will pay these high
mad
prices
prices.
because people want them, and like Milton, everyone wants to be here. It's not an area that's ever going to be there if they don't want
Yeah,
to
it
be.
is sold
You know what I mean? Yeah.
It is very sold back.
Definitely. Like people want the youth to get the kids in certain schools and stuff, don't
Exactly,
they?
yeah.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
this is like a unique
It's a
spot.
proper selling point, yeah, definitely. It's not even like a bunch or anything really, is it? You know, like that will down the trees kind of hard all, don't they?
Yeah. Yeah, that's really good. So when would you say I need to put an offer in by?
So the last thing to go and on Monday,
Yeah.
and then they want to put all the offers to them on Tuesday, and then it's closing.
Okay.
Out.
Yeah. So everyone just put in their best offer.
Yeah, I mean, what did that
Oh,
take with you? Yeah, so either put an offer forward as like an initial offer, and then it might be that we do best and final offers, or just put forward like we do best and final offers just in case we don't do best and final. It's all down to them. We advise them to do best and final offers if there's quite a lot of people interested, but we don't always do it. So it might be much put offer forward.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks for that. Yeah.
Yeah, no worries.
Pick up the phone, little baby. You got me up and I'm wavy. You know I want you
To be fair, I really like the house. It does have a lot of potential. Does need a full refurb. I've got to go through the costs. The garden was ridiculous. It was absolutely huge. Never seen anything like it in a house of that size around that area. So that's definitely a big selling point. It definitely gives the property a uniqueness. A couple of downsides. 17 viewings already. It only went on the market yesterday. It's ridiculous. I even had the lady who viewed the property before me. She actually waited for me to come, knowing that someone else was viewing it after her. Give a little cheeky comment that it wasn't a very nice house. She really wanted it. Blah, blah, blah. So that was quite funny. So I'm definitely up against a lot of competition. I do have until next Tuesday to put an offer in. I probably will put an offer in. However, this is quite a difficult one because there's no comparables in the street. The comparables just don't weigh up. So the ones that have recently sold or currently selling are selling for around 170, 175, maybe 180. Now this one's on for 142, probably going to go for 150 plus, and it needs a full refurb. So the numbers don't quite add up. However, I believe that this property can sell for 200 plus, simply because it's in a good spot, a quiet corner, a massive garden, and it's a sought after area due to all the schools. So I personally think that this property renovated to top spec will achieve over 200,000. Now this is the difference between a regular deal sourcer finding a property in an area wherever compared to somebody who sources properties in areas that they know. So they would look at this deal and say it's no good because there's no comparables or the houses aren't selling for enough to make this worthwhile. Whereas I know that this property will sell for over 200,000 because of the area. I know the area very well. It's literally a mile away from where I live. I know that it's sought after. I know that I can absolutely smash the ceiling price of the street. However, there's just nothing to back it up. So it is going to be a risk. It's a risk I'm willing to take because, as I said to the estate agent, if I didn't flip the property, if it didn't sell for what I wanted to achieve, I would refinance and pull my money out, or a lot of my money out, and then rent the property because that would rent like that. Nice family home, big garden, not a problem. So I'm going to give the estate agents a call this week. I'll put my best offer in, what I think might stand a chance. To be honest, I think there is people viewing it that want it for their own home, so they're willing to pay more, which is totally understandable. I'm an investor, so I've got to look at the figures and weigh up the pros and cons. But yeah, I'll keep you updated and hopefully, fingers crossed, we can get an offer accepted. I've just had a phone call off of the other estate agents for my second viewing, which I was about to go in an hour's time. Really pissed off. The guy rang me and said, sorry, we're cancelling your viewing because they've accepted an offer over the weekend. Really not good enough, to be honest. So I'm going to go inside now and give him a mouthful of what I think. As I said, these estate agents at the minute, absolute tossers. But unfortunately, that's how it goes sometimes in the property investing world. It's very fast paced. There's going to be a lot of disappointments. But on the other hand, there will be times where we do get properties, we do get offers accepted, and we make a big progress. Anyway, enough babbling. I'm going inside now to give that bloke my 2 pennies worth. I'll see you in a minute.
Good morning, boss. Good speaking. How can I help you?
Hi mate, you've just called me regarding the viewing what's been cancelled.
Yes.
Can I ask why you've only just rang me where an offer's been accepted over the weekend? Like an hour before the viewing?
Yeah, everything just needed to be substantiated for proof of funds, etc. So that's, unfortunately, yeah, it's only just been approved. So, as I say, unfortunately,
Okay.
and then I've just spoken to my client. She just wants me to cancel them.
Right, what if I wanted to offer more though? Like, it's not good enough really, is it? Because I rang for the viewing a week ago and I was told Tuesday was the only appointment, and then now to say can't even view it.
No. I am very sorry.
It's not good enough really.
Yeah.
And
I'm
what,
sorry. It's my client that has decided this.
yeah. And what's the reason why you're not allowed to say what the offer was?
Because I can't.
Because you
I
can't.
can't disclose any offers under the Estate Agents Act.
Right. Okay, fair enough.
All right. No worries. Sorry about that.
Right.
All right. Take care. Bye.
Prick. It's what you have to put up with estate agents. This is what I said before. Estate agents are just twats at the minute. They don't really care about the customers. Another good example for you. So it's another day. To be honest, the last couple of days have been tough. It's not always an easy ride. It's not always positives in this game. Last couple of days I've had dealings with estate agents, the viewings, number crunching. One thing I've learned, don't ponder on a deal. It either works or it doesn't. So yesterday I spent most of the day going over and over and over in my head about the property that I just showed you. Now, whether it would work, whether it would not work. And I think sometimes you can think about it that much that you start to pick things that aren't there. So for example, you'd be doing your figures thinking, if I buy it at this price, the refurb cost will be this. Then you start thinking, well, what if this happens? What if that happens? And then you get to the point where you basically talk yourself out of the deal. So for me, going forward with a deal, if I haven't made a decision within a couple of hours, then I'll just leave it, because there's no point getting emotionally attached. I know that property could be made really good. I do really like the property, but I also know that there's motivated buyers. There are a few buyers that have put offers in already above the asking price. So I've got to sort of keep my discipline and not just go chasing, because that's when deals go wrong. Now, I'm feeling a lot better today. I've had a good sleep, feel fresh. I've got a viewing booked for today, so I'm going to head there now. Hopefully I can show you around. So it's another day, feeling better, fresh trim. Got another viewing today. It's a house that's already sort of been refurbed, doesn't really need anything doing. I could get a tenant straight in there. It's a street that I know very well, an area I know very well. I have another property in the street next to it, which always helps. I'm just on my way there now. The house is up for 100,000. I'd achieve 550 easy. So it's about 6%, 6.2% yield. So I'm headed over there now. Hopefully I can get a bit of footage for you to show you around, and then I'll report back with what I think.
Bring up, link up, baby. You just hit my line for the wind down. There's only one thing on my mind when you come around me. I get lost in where you found me. Want you to use me. You let her confuse me. Don't wanna hide the fact that you make me feel that way. Want you to give me play. I see it in your eyes, you're lonely. Come put that body on me. I hit it right, I will. I treat you right, I will. Trust me, I got you, baby. Know how to make you feel. They can't do you like I will. Nobody do you like I will. I hit it right, I will. I treat you right, I will. Trust me, I got you, baby. Know how to make you feel. They can't do you like I will. They can't do you like I will. Like I will.
So just finished the viewing. Property was as I thought it would be, maybe a little bit rough around the edges than showed on the pictures, but that's usually always the case. Probably just need to lick a paint. Skating boards, which I'm a bit fussy about, they definitely need painting. Bathroom, fine, just needs a little TLC. back garden's great for a terraced. I just spoke to the agent and there was another one a few doors down which has just sold a couple of weeks ago. That was on for 85, but it did need a refurb. It needed new kitchen, bathroom, plastering and whatnot. It actually went for 95, which is interesting, and this one's up for 100. Doesn't really need that much doing. Electric seemed fine, boiler okay. So gonna head home now, just check through the figures, and then hopefully I can put a viewing in, and hopefully I can put an offer in today around the 100,000 mark, get this done quickly, and yeah, once it's complete, get a tenant in. So these are exactly like the type of properties that I source for clients, for investors that want a simple vanilla buy to let, tenant straight in. I know the area as well, I know which streets are better than other streets, I know the values, and I also know how to get the right type of tenant in. So if it's something that you're considering or interested in, just drop me a message on Instagram, or my email address will be in the description. It's really good for investors who want a hands-off approach. So I'd source this kind of property, I'd also get your gas and electric certificates done, and also find a good tenant. Now, I'm always looking at properties in the area, so like I say, drop me a message and I'll get in touch. It's the end of the week. The property I just showed you, that 2-bed terraced, I put an offer in of 100,000. It was up for 100,000 and offers over. I've got in at 100,000. That was yesterday. Still not heard nothing back, so I'll chase up the estate agents and I'll let you know in the next episode if I got that property or not. So make sure you're subscribed and make sure you've got your alerts on so you don't miss that. And I'll call it an end for this week, and I'll catch you soon.
You know you've been driving me crazy. Look at me right in the eye and tell me it's mine. If not, I'ma make it that way. You know I want you in a major way. God bless that body, make you share your grace. I've been trying to get you face to face.